Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you guys part 6 of what if Naruto created his own village. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out what if Naruto was trained by Kaguya. I posted a new episode of that, so go ahead and enjoy that. And also guys, go ahead and check out Anime King 2. If this is the first time hearing of Anime King 2, I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to check it out. Go over there and enjoy the 100 plus what ifs over there. And if you do enjoy them, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of Anime King 2. And thank you for your help and your support towards that channel. So tonight over there, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had 9 Kekkei Genkai, and also What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune for those and enjoy. And remember, if you're new, to comment down below and tell me. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So to do a little bit of a recap, the last time we left off, Naruto along with Fu and Karin arrived at the Sand Village as they met up with Konoha's ninja team, as Hinata was so happy to see Naruto, and Sakura wanted to speak to Naruto, but Naruto told her that she has nothing to say to him. After all that she said back then, he wanted nothing to do with her, as she felt bad. It was then that they all headed off to face off against the Akatsukis to get back Gaara. Naruto quickly went into Six Tails as he defeated a copy of Itachi and Kisame. It was then that Guy's team show up, as they all ripped off the tag and they got copies of themselves where they fight. As Naruto entered and he faced off against Sasori and Deidara, as Naruto then show off and show them that none of them can defeat him, as he used a power to destroy the entire place, wiping out all of Sasori's puppets, and Deidara tried to escape, but Naruto quickly pushed his sword right through Deidara's chest, killing him on the spot. It was then that Lady Chiyo did her technique as she brought back Gaara with the help of Naruto, as Naruto put some of the Fox Chakra into her jutsu, allowing her to live, and Gaara was back on his feet. Naruto and his group then said their goodbyes, as Naruto said goodbye to Hinata alone and then headed off. Back at Konoha, Danzo called for a council meeting as he told Tsunade that they must wipe out the Phoenix village after figuring out that Naruto controlled that village. After what they did to him, who knows what he wants to do if he wants revenge. And after hearing what he did to two S-rank ninjas, they wanted to take him out now before he get any more stronger. But Tsunade decided to keep the peace as she invited Naruto to sign a peace treaty, because Naruto and the Sands are allies, so why cannot the Phoenix village and Konoha be allies? So Naruto got the message and he was heading to Konoha. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this episode 7 days after Naruto defeated Deidara and Sasori, as Naruto was currently at Konoha's gate. Moshe and Fu was behind him. As Naruto looked around the place, "It's been a long time since we've been here, brat," said Kurama, who is now free out of the seal, and I will explain about that later. Fu then noticed the people staring at Naruto as she saw the glares and the looks. It was the same thing that she felt in Taki, all the hatred and all those glares. As people couldn't believe it, the demon was back, so the rumors were true. The demon owned the Phoenix village. "Hey, I wonder if he's here to attack Konoha," one of them said. "Nah, he can't do that," the other said. "If he tried to attack this village, we would crush their village. Remember, it's just a new village, so he cannot defeat all of Konoha forces." Naruto ignored all of them, along with Moshi and Fu, as they headed towards the tower. They were then invited to the council room. As Naruto turned the doorknob and entered, he saw Tsunade sitting in her Hokage chair, along with Jiraiya behind her. He saw the three elders, Danzo, Koharu, and Homura, and he also saw the head clans. But none of the civilian council were in there. This was a village meeting, and they're going to sign allies, so they don't need to be in there. Tsunade looked at Naruto. As she looked at him, he has really grown up. She hasn't seen him since back then when he left the village, but Jiraiya told her that he was fine. Tsunade smiled at Naruto, but Naruto didn't smile, as Tsunade gestured for him to sit down. Naruto sat down quietly as Moshi and Fu stand behind him. Alright, like how everyone is here, shall we begin? As everyone nodded. So Naruto, I am sure you understand why we called you here. Naruto then finally spoke. Yes, to sign some treaty between our villages, so we can become allies, am I right? Yes, said Tsunade. I know what this village has done to you, and I don't want you to take out all that anger and hatred. No, because you have a village. I don't want any war, said Tsunade, looking at Naruto. Naruto remained quiet. Shikaku then spoke, and besides, us and the Sand Village are allies, so it's a good thing for the Phoenix and Konoha to become allies as well. So what would I gain from this ally? Naruto asked, as Danzo narrowed his eyes at Naruto. Was the kid really going to take this deal? After everything they'd done to him, Danzo wanted to wipe out the Phoenix village. But if Phoenix and Konoha become allies, then it would be much harder for him to end that village and take control of the demon breath again, to take the Nine-Tails power back to Konoha. Because in the first place, he wanted to take the power for his own. That is why he talked to the Fire Daimyo to allow Naruto to get banished. But because Jiraiya and Moshi was always here, and Moshi killed his own Vus that he sent after Naruto. Tsunade then looked at Naruto. Well, Naruto, we will be there, just like the Sand Village, to help your village at any war notice, and we will protect each other, Tsunade said. It was then Naruto started to laugh. As Naruto broke out in laugh, surprising everyone, as Jiraiya was surprised as well. He thought that everything would just play smooth. Even though Naruto got banished from the village, Jiraiya thought that Naruto still had a bit of sympathy for the village. As it took a while, but Naruto calmed his laughter. Do you all think I'm stupid? He said to them. What is the meaning of this, boy? Said Koharu. Well, you banished me from this village. You threw me out like garbage. After all I did, I was the one who saved this village back then from Gaara, the Shikaku that was going to destroy the entire village, but I risked my life to save this damn village. I was even the one who helped bring you, Tsunade, back to this village, and you threw me out, banished me. And now, because I have my own village, you expect me to join a partnership with you guys? Are you guys crazy? So why did you attend this meeting? Said Homura. Well, just to give a warning, Naruto said, as he then turned his sights on Danzo. Danzo, I know you were the one that got me banished from the village a long time ago, so I am here to warn you. I know you probably already start talking about trying to attack my village because it's new, and from what you witnessed me and my friends doing to the Cloud village, I am certain you want to attack it even more, to quell our power. But if you dare send any of your ninjas, those envoys, to my village, and hurt anyone there, I will come back here. And what will you do? Danzo asks. I'll burn this village to the ground, and I'll kill all of you. Naruto shocked everyone by saying that, as Jiraiya was the most shocked, but Moshi and Fu weren't surprised as Naruto already told them that he wouldn't take this partnership. Naruto, Tsunade shouted. Naruto turned and looked at her. Shut up for a moment, let me speak. I don't care if you're the Hokage. I am just telling you to watch him, because if Danzo dare or any of you try anything towards my village, I don't care about this village anymore. My heart towards this village changed a long time ago, so I will burn and destroy everything here and also kill all of you. Is that a threat towards the Hokage? Homura asks. It's just a threat if you guys plan to do anything, because I won't take any attack, anything lightly. And another thing, you know what is ironic? whisper of his age. How didn't you tell me that my father was Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage? As Jiraiya was surprised when he heard that, as he never told Naruto that his father is Minato, so how did he find out? How do you know that? Jiraiya asks. Well, it's simple really. I met him. As the rest of them were shocked as they didn't understand what was going on. The clan heads didn't understand one bit, as they had no idea that Minato had a son, or that he was Naruto's father, so they didn't understand. Jiraiya and Tsunade keep it a secret same way, because Minato had a lot of enemies, and when Naruto was on his own, people would have tried to attack him. Naruto then started to tell them the story. Flashback. It was 2 days after Naruto arrived from his battle with Sasori and Deidara. Naruto was currently in his mindscape. Well, it's time that I let you out, said Naruto, as he floated up to the seal. He placed his hand on it and was about to rip it off, when someone grabbed his hand and threw him down to the ground. As Naruto wondered who the hell that is, how was someone else inside his mindscape? As a person landed in front of him. Wait, I know you, said Naruto. You're the fourth Hokage, as Naruto pictured his mind to the statue back at Konoha. Naruto, said the fourth Hokage. Wait, you know my name? Yes, Naruto. Because I named you, said Minato. As Kurama just remained silent. Let's go somewhere private and talk, said Minato as he snapped his finger. They then arrived in a white room. As Minato smiled at Naruto. Let me finish. I was the one that named you. Because Naruto, I am your father. Minato then looked at Naruto at his reaction. As Naruto's reaction was unreadable. It was then Naruto walked up to Minato. As Minato just looked at him curiously. Naruto slammed his fist into Minato's face, sending Minato down to the ground as Minato placed a hand on his cheek. As tears started to fall out of Naruto's eyes. It's been 3 years and he has never cried. And now, seeing this man, hearing that this man is his father, how could you? How could you see the fox inside of me? You know, you're a part of the reason why I was hated back at Konoha. Why they banished me. Minato was surprised hearing that. Banish? As he got up to his feet. What are you talking about, Naruto? The village banished me for having this demon inside of me and using its power. As Minato was shocked, as he told Sarutobi to make people treat Naruto like a hero because he was holding the demon at bay. Naruto, I am sorry. Don't apologize now, said Naruto. As Naruto then let out a huff. But it doesn't matter. I just needed that punch to let out my frustration. It's not like I care about the village anymore. Minato was shocked. It seems that Naruto has cut tie with the village. But don't worry, said Naruto. I have my own village now. It's the Phoenix Village. Phoenix Village? Minato asked. Yes, said Naruto. I have created my own village, and I am the boss of that village now. I am no longer with Konoha or a part of it. So Naruto, let me ask you something, said Minato. Do you wish to destroy Konoha with your new power of your village? Naruto looked at him. I have no idea what I'm going to do to Konoha. That place wronged me. I did so much and they throw me out like garbage. Naruto, the reason I see the Nine Tails inside of you because I know that you could control this power and you would need the power one day to defeat the masked man. The masked man? Naruto asked. Yes. As Minato then told Naruto everything about what happened on the day of his birth. So, who is this guy? Naruto asked him. What does he want? I don't know, but I must say he's really strong. Naruto, what were you doing when I first arrived? Minato asked. I was freeing the fox. Freeing the fox? Why would you do that? Well, it's not what you think. It's not like he's going to take over me or anything like that. We are kind of friends now, and he also lent me his power so I can use to help my village and myself. Is that true? Minato asked him. I thought the fox was just a mindless creature for destruction. No, over the years we have become close friends. And he's no longer seeking any destruction by using my body. He's going to become part of me, and we are going to use our power to protect my new Phoenix village. Minato walked up to Naruto. Naruto, I am proud of you. As Naruto was shocked, as he thought that Minato would be angry that Naruto was no longer a part of Konoha. You created your own path, and you created your village. And I am proud, Naruto. I am proud that you're my son. As tears start to leak out of Naruto's eyes again, as he sniffed. Dad, said Naruto, as Minato gave him a hug. As Naruto hugged back his father. Well, I guess our time is up, said Minato with a smile. Take care, Naruto, and be safe. And with that he vanished, as Naruto then went back and pulled the seal. Back to the present time, everyone was shocked after hearing that story, as most of them couldn't believe that Minato was Naruto's father. But what shocked Danzo was that Naruto and the fox came to an arrangement, so the both of them are sharing each other's power, and Naruto can use the nine-tailed power at will. With that destructive power, can Konoha stop him? As Danzo narrowed his eyes at Naruto, as Naruto then glared at Danzo. So you see, if you try to attack my village, with the power I have inside of me, I'll crush you all, said Naruto. And to think, things wouldn't turn out like this if you guys hadn't banished me. I would be on your side, and you would have had the power of the Nine Tails. But instead, you turn on me and throw me out of your village like garbage. So screw your deal, said Naruto, as he then stood up. As Jiraiya lowered his head, as he knew that Naruto was pissed at him for keeping a secret about his father, Naruto just glared at Jiraiya a bit, as he walked towards the door. Remember what I said, try to scheme against my village, and I'll burn this place to the ground. As Naruto left with Moshi and Fu, as Fu was smiling on how badass Naruto was. As Naruto exited the building, as Naruto was walking through the streets to get out of this village that he hated so much right now, it was then that a drunken man saw Naruto. What is a demon doing here? As he had a bottle of liquor in his hand. Hey demon, he said, as he threw the bottle towards Naruto. Naruto caught the bottle, as some of the rum went on his clothes. Naruto squeezed the bottle in his hand and broke it, as he looked over at the man. As killing intent started to leak from Naruto. Naruto, don't do this, said Moshi. We can't afford to have a problem with Konoha right now. As Naruto was pissed. These people are still arrogant and troublesome, and he just wanted to rip them all to pieces as memories started to flash through his mind of all that they did to him. This village was nothing to him now. He could burn it down, but he just couldn't kill certain people in this village. Before they blink, Naruto and his group was surrounded by envoys as Tsunade arrived. As she looked at Naruto, what is going on here, she asked. Well, I was just walking through your village, and this guy threw a bottle at me, intending to hit me. Tsunade snapped her finger and told the envoys to bring the man to jail, since she didn't want to start anything with Naruto. As Naruto let go of the killing intent, and the ear returned normal. As he then turned his back, let's go guys, he said. As he started to walk again, as people were now turning away from him, as they felt the killing intent, they felt like their heart was being ripped out of their chests, the civilians, as most of them puked when it happened. Naruto then arrived at the gate, as envoys were watching him in the shadows. When he arrived, he saw Hinata waiting for him there, as he told Moshi and Fu to head off. He will catch up with them soon. As Fu glared at Hinata a bit, but Hinata just smiled at her, as she then came up to Naruto and gave him another hug. I never thought I would see you so soon. As Naruto hugged her back. Oh, I just came to Konoha to discuss a few things. So is everything alright? Hinata asked. I sense some killing intent. Oh, everything is fine, said Naruto. As the both of them spent about 5 minutes catching up and talking to each other. I wish you didn't have to leave, Naruto, she said. Couldn't I come and live with you at your village? She asked him. As Naruto was surprised that she was just willing to leave her village so quickly to come and be with him. As he never thought about Hinata in a romantic way, he just thought of her as a friend. But now, he doesn't know. Well, Hinata, the way things are going right now, things are really bad. But don't worry, soon, you will be able to come and live at my village with me, and that's a promise. As Naruto gave her a smile. She was sad at first, but she gave him a smile. Alright, Naruto, she told him. As she then gave him a quick kiss on the cheek, as she blushed heavily and said goodbye, as she ran off before Naruto could say anything. As Naruto just touched his cheek. As he then turned his sights to the woods, and he vanished. Couple minutes later, Naruto catch up with his team, who were walking at a normal pace. So, what happened? Said Fu. As Moshi chuckled a bit. Why are you laughing? Said Fu. Oh, nothing, said Moshi. It's just your reaction to Naruto being with that girl. Huh? Said Naruto as he raised an eyebrow. What is going on? Naruto asked. Well, can't you tell, Naruto? Fu is clearly... Hey, shut up, said Fu to Moshi. Fu is clearly what? Nothing, said Fu as she looked at Naruto, as her face was all red, as she started to walk. Naruto shook his head as he started to walk with them as well. Currently, in another location, Kakazu and Hidan, as Kakazu had Yujito over his shoulder, the two-tailed Jinchuriki. Hey, carry her for a bit, said Kakazu. What? Why should I? Said Hidan. I wanted to continue my rituals, but you stopped me for this idiot Biju. So you carry her. As Kakazu then went quiet, as Hidan started to chuckle nervously, as it was always bad when Kakazu went quiet. Hidan, I am going to kill you, said Kakazu. Meanwhile, after a couple of minutes, both Hidan and Kakazu arrived to a small village where Hidan said he wanted to do his ritual, so Kakazu allowed him to enjoy his fun. As Hidan went into the village, sacrificing everyone for Lord Jashi. At the same time, Naruto and his group were passing by the village, as Naruto saw a lot of blood on the ground. Hey, what is going on here? Naruto wondered. As Fu looked as well as she saw blood splattered all over the walls before they entered the village. Seems like it's a massacre, said Moshi. Hey, we should go check it out, as Naruto rushed inside, as the two of them followed behind him. When they got into the village, they saw buildings burning, a lot of dead bodies on the ground, some of them losing arms, feet, some of them even losing their heads. As Naruto wondered what the hell is going on, he then heard a scream as he rushed over there. Meanwhile, Hidan had a woman in his trap, as he tied her to the ground. While he was in his circle, as he was smiling, he first stabbed himself through his shoulder, as the woman's shoulder started to bleed. Meanwhile, Kakazu was sitting down in an empty bar as he was enjoying a drink, while he placed Yujito leaning against the wall, as they gave her something so that she will be unconscious, and the Nibi too to suppress the Nibi's chakra so that she wouldn't wake up. So he was just letting Hidan have his fun. Hidan then started to laugh like a madman. Well, shall we just end this and go for the heart, said Hidan, as he had a different weapon in his hand that he was stabbing himself all over with. The woman started to scream. It was then that Hidan bring down his hand to pierce right through his heart, but he was kicked out of his circle by Naruto, who thought that Hidan was hurting the woman, as Hidan was sent flying away as he crashed into a building. Fu then landed beside the girl, and so did Moshi, as Fu untied her and told her to run. She wasn't that badly injured, just her shoulder. As the girl took her time and get out of there. Kakazu heard the ruckus as he came out of the bar. What the hell is going on, said Kakazu, as he was shocked to see the 9 tails and plus the 7 tails because of the description that he got on them. As Kakazu smiled, they could capture 2 Jinchuriki at once. Hidan then came out of the rubble. What the hell just happened, said Hidan as he cricked his neck. Which one of you did this, said Naruto as he looked at all the chaos and the destruction. That would be me, said Hidan, raising his hand. It was then Naruto blurred out of sight as Hidan coughed up blood as Naruto's sword was through his chest. Naruto pulled back his sword as he knew that he rammed it right through Hidan's heart. But he's not going down. What the hell is going on? As Hidan then started to laugh. Whoa, that hurts, he then said as he wiped away the blood from his mouth. How is this possible? I hit your heart. Well, brat, I am immortal. Now, you're going to be a good sacrifice for Lord Jashi, said Hidan. No, Hidan, said Kakazu. What are you talking about? This punk just stabbed me, and he's going to be a sacrifice, whether you like it or not, Kakazu, said Hidan with a mad chuckle. You can't sacrifice him. And that girl neither. And why is that, Hidan asked. Because the both of them are Jinchuriki, the 9 tails and the 7 tails. What? And how do you know that? Didn't you see the description that we have on them? Sometimes I have to wonder if you're really that stupid or you're just acting stupid, Hidan. Shut up, Kakazu, said Hidan, as Naruto was just watching them. So he's really immortal. Hey kid, said Kurama. What is it, Kurama? Naruto asked. I've heard about this before. Lord Jashi. He requires sacrifice as he grants a person immortality. So he's really immortal? Yes, he is. But if you sever his body parts, that doesn't mean that he will heal up by himself. He will just be down. So I have to just cut him to pieces, said Naruto. And there's another thing, said Kurama. And what is that, Naruto asked. I don't really know that one, but I've heard. It was a long while back that he has some ability to make you feel his pain, but I don't know how it works. So just watch out for that, or you will die. Don't worry, Kurama. I can't die now, especially since me and you have become friends, and I have a village back home to protect. Naruto then rushed at Hidan, who brought out his sight, as Hidan came down hard on Naruto, as Naruto stopped it. Hidan, remember, don't kill him. You can kill that one. As Kakazu looked at Moshi. Moshi looked at Fu. Are you ready? As Moshi pulled out his sword. As Fu took out her stingers. You ready? Moshi asked. As Fu nodded, as the both of them rushed towards Kakazu. Meanwhile, Naruto and Hidan were trading blows with their sword. Naruto with his sword and Hidan with his sight, as Naruto realized that this guy doesn't have any skills. He's just swinging like a madman. Naruto dodged Hidan's sight, as Naruto stabbed him right in his stomach. Naruto then pulled back his sword as he slashed at Hidan's leg. Hidan came back on Naruto as he spun around, as Naruto jumped back. Naruto stabbed his sword into the ground as he ran through hand sign. Wind style, wind tornado! As Hidan was being picked up in a wind tornado. Naruto then used his wind in front of him to give him a boost as he jumped up into the air, as Naruto brought down his sword on Hidan, but Hidan pulled up his sight because there was a rope attached to it, as he blocked Naruto's swipe, but Naruto kicked him in the ribs, sending him flying down to the ground. In mid-air, Naruto put his sword on his arm as he ran through hand sign. Water style, water bullet, as he fired water bullet out of his mouth, piercing Hidan at incredible force, as Hidan's body slammed into the ground, as he coughed up some blood, but he got up smiling. I'm immortal, kid, you can't kill me. As Naruto rushed towards him again, and the both of them start to deliver blow after blow. Meanwhile, Kakazu realized that these two are strong. He thought that they weren't so strong, but they are, especially Moshi with his sword skills, as Kakazu uses thread, but Moshi add chakra to his sword and cut right through the threads. and Fu already sting him in his hand 2 times with her stingers. Fu then got the upper hand as Moshi was distracting Kakazu as she slammed her foot into his chest, sending him flying back, as Moshi then appeared in front of Kakazu as he brought his sword forward and pierced right through Kakazu. He then pulled back his sword as Kakazu dropped to the ground. "Well, this one is down for," said Moshi as he then turned his back on Kakazu. It was then that Fu cried out, "Watch out!" as Kakazu arrived back and slammed his feet into Moshi's face, sending Moshi hurtling through a building as he crashed into it. "What? You're immortal as well?" asked Fu. Kakazu chuckled as he teared off his shirt. "Looks like I have to use this," he said, as his body then started to shake. It was then that he let out the fire, the wind, the water, and the lightning, as the water mass then dropped down to the ground, as it was the one that Moshi stabbed. Moshi then arrived back. A few bruises there and here, but he was fine, as Moshi took in the situation. As he then started to look at the one on the ground, Moshi was quite intelligent. "So, you're not immortal as well, but you seem to have more than one heart, these things being your heart, because I know I stabbed right through you, so that took your life instead." "Huh, you're smarter than I thought," said Kakazu. "But you have no reason to live, we only want you," said Kakazu as he looked over at Fu. He then sent the fire and the wind over towards Moshi and the lightning towards Fu, just to subdue her so they could take her away, as Moshi grasped his sword as he pushed chakra into it, as Fu then extended her stingers, using Komei's chakra to make them longer, as she rushed at the lightning one as he started to spew out lightning. Meanwhile, with Naruto and Hidan, the both of them just finished another clash as Naruto jumped back, as Hidan was about to run towards Naruto, as Naruto waved a single hand sign. "Now," said Naruto, as Hidan then found himself stuck. "What is going on?" he said, as he looked down on the ground to see that his blood that came from his body when Naruto was slashing him has turned into a sealing pattern. "When did this happen?" Hidan asked as he struggled to move but he couldn't. "Well, I have learned a lot of seals over the day, and to immobilize a person is very easy, and seeing that you cannot die from blood loss, I just use your blood. So now, it's over for you," as Hidan was sweating as Naruto was coming towards him, even though he knew he couldn't die. Naruto knew that, so what was he planning on doing? "Now this ends," said Naruto, as wind appeared around his sword. "Wind slash," said Naruto, as Hidan's right arms fall to the ground. "Wind slash," said Naruto again. It was now Hidan's left arm. As blood was gushing, Hidan was cursing as he was in pain, even though he couldn't die. "Wind slash," as both of his legs were gone. As Naruto ended it, "Wind slash," as his head was removed from his torso. As Naruto then smiled, but Hidan started to curse again, as Naruto was a bit shocked even though Kurama told him that Hidan couldn't die. But it was a bit strange to see someone without their head attached to their body speaking. Naruto then walked over to him. "You know, this Jashi is a pretty strange person, seeing that he allowed you to be this immortal. But this is kind of messed up. Now, who is going to fix you back? I'm going to make sure that you stay here and rot," said Naruto, as he jumped back and ran through hand sign. He then slammed his hand on the ground, and the steel started to glow. It then exploded as it braked away the floor, as Hidan went underneath the ground. As Naruto walked up to the cave-in as he looked down, Naruto then ran through hand sign, wind style, wind blades, as Naruto started to cut up the rocks around him as they all fall down, crushing Hidan beneath everything. Naruto then turned his side to see what was going on, as he saw Moshi cut straight through one of the masses that he was fighting, killing it instantly. As Naruto saw Kakazu just standing there watching. "Well now, it's time to end you," as Naruto rushed forward towards Kakazu. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in social media platform. And stay in tune for what if Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. And what if Naruto had 9 Genkai. But for now, I'm out here. Peace.